Hello everyone and welcome. So I've got something a little bit interesting to do here. I'm going to start by doing a single video of this mod pack, and after this my plan is to basically just stream it. And there are a couple of reasons for that. One, editing takes time. I do prefer making recorded videos so I can edit them and stuff, because I tend to fail a lot at speaking and stuff like that, but it also takes a lot of time. So I'm going to give streaming a shot because time is a very valuable resource. And also because YouTube is really broken right now with all their monetization stuff. I think Twitch is a better place to be overall. So you may notice my voice sounds different than usual if you watch my videos. This is because I'm going through some different software. Instead of like recording my voice in Audacity and then applying some processing effects to that, I'm using a program called Voice Meter Banana. It's a very weird name, but this will allow me to clean up my voice a little bit for streaming. So what you're hearing is actually what's been recorded. It's not edited in any way. So let me know how it sounds. If something sounds off, I can try tweaking the settings a little bit. But I think it's okay. So I was actually going to play on a particular seed here. I found one that has an interesting spawn. So this mod pack is, how do you describe it? It's probably not something most people would like. I'll call you Stream World. So we've got better with mods with most of the hardcore modes enabled. Actually, let me just show you. So we got better with mods, hardcore modes. I've disabled hardcore hunger and injury because I think the injury stuff was like glitching out for me. And hunger, I just didn't really like the system. I like the default hunger system. Everything else we're going to try living with for now. So other mods we've got include scaling health, spice of life, just a variety of mods to try to make things more difficult. But we've also got a lot of mods that add some nice stuff that will kind of help counteract the difficulty at the same time. So, I mean, I guess it kind of just depends on how you solve the problems, how difficult it is. So I'm going to leave cheats on because stuff is going to break. We're going to be playing with the Dooglamoo Worlds mod with Biomes of Plenty installed. And this creates some very interesting terrain. The only thing I don't like about it is it does not generate caves at all. You can find mine shafts, and I think maybe there might be some caves occasionally, but I've never seen any. It's just Minecrafts and mine shafts and strongholds. So let's go ahead and create this world. I'm going to play for an hour or so here, just to kind of get some of the early grindy stuff out of the way before we go to streaming. And I already see red on the console. Is that bad? I think it's okay. So I have done some stuff to set up for streaming. Let me actually show you like what I got here. I've got something where it'll show the chat, my latest follower. It will allegedly show, and got a follower goal count, and some other stuff that'll pop up occasionally. In the bottom left, it will show what music is being played. Currently I'm not playing any music, of course. And let's just go back to the default Minecraft scene. Okay, so we're using Silence Gems 2.5.2, which has not been released at the moment. It will probably be released at the time that you're watching this. So it does fix most of the missing textures and such. Okay, so I didn't look around this world too much. I kind of just stuck close to spawn, so I'm sure there's quite a few surprises here. This area just had a few things that I was looking for in particular. So it's nice that we found some crops just right here. Very useful, actually, so I'm going to go ahead and take a few of these. There's no shortage of food in this pack. I know that much. And actually, I may want to... And when I'm streaming, I'll probably want to turn off the music entirely, but for now, let's just leave it kind of low like that. Just a little bit of sound. The service I'm going to be using for music is supposedly YouTube safe, but you can never be sure with YouTube anymore. And actually, just my game sounds in general are too loud. That's not where I was going. Actually, no, maybe it's just my headphones that are too loud. Okay, let's see how that works. A little bit more on the music. Okay. I did install Natura, mostly just for even more food. Okay, well I don't want to waste too much time. I'm not sure what that structure up there is. I don't have anything to zoom in on it. We'll have to go check that out another time. So you can see the podzol here. I think that means that that's a tundra. So we probably want to avoid that for now because we've got tough as nails and I could freeze to death over there. There are ways to counteract that, of course. But for now I'm going to have to gather some wood. So you may be noticing it's not giving logs, it's giving planks and also sawdust and bark, which is not going into my hotbar. I think that's cork that I've made just put stuff up in my inventory. I'm kind of mixed feelings about that. It's kind of nice, but at the same time it's a little bit not what I would expect. Let's go ahead and... Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna need to find some stone. Let me... Looks like I made too many sticks. How did I do that? Could have sworn I had everything perfect. And yes, I do actually need multiple wooden pickaxes here. Three should be enough for the way I like to do it. So let's see if we can find some exposed stone first. So I have this mod called Repose, which lets you walk up dirt. It's a little bit weird because it changes it to be like stairs, so like I'm partially submerged in the dirt here. It's not entirely sure how I feel about that, but the main reason I installed it is because it makes dirt, gravel, oh, well, gravel already falls, but it makes dirt and stuff like that fall. Which, I mean, it's just whatever makes my life more difficult. I may have to dig into the dirt a little bit to find some stone. Oh, yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm not sure how far I'm gonna have to dig to actually... Yeah, and I'm not happy about tearing up the terrain. Let me see if I can find something exposed. And I said not to go into the area with the podzol, and I'm doing just that. I really need to hurry too. There's not a lot of time in a day. A mod that I would really like... Actually, I would just like to see it in vanilla Minecraft. the ability to change the length of the day and the night, and to do so independently. I've actually looked into what it would take to make a mod like that. I know there was one in the past. It's difficult. It is really difficult, because they've just hard-coded I think it's 24,000 ticks in a bunch of places, and you would have to use ASM to change all of those, and it's not pretty. It's really not. There really no exposed stone anywhere. That's a big problem. Shoot, and I don't think I can just dig straight down. That would be really dangerous. Like, even more dangerous than usual, if you can believe that. What is... Oh, that's just a cow. Okay, I see something up there. It's a mix of cobblestone and moss stone. It'll do. What even is this structure? I'm not entirely sure, but for now, I'm gonna have to salvage part of it. So this is why I made 3 wooden pickaxes, so I can make a stone pickaxe. Yes, they each have 1 use. It's wonderful. Okay, there we go. Stone pick. Are you ready for the stone picks? They have 6 uses. It's amazing. So I kind of wonder how many people have played better with mods, and how many of those have had most of the hardcore modes enabled. I would imagine most people would turn off most of the hardcore modes. Let's go ahead and make another stone pick, a stone axe. Better with mods is a little bit gentle with the stone axe. You can make them with just 2 cobblestone. Let me go ahead and use like 1 more stone pick worth, just so that I have a little bit of stone in reserve. At least, I don't know if it's Stellar Sky or it's Dependency Stellar API that adds the little clock in the upper left, but I rely on that heavily, and I am not, and I am okay with that. Let's go ahead and make 2 more there. Go ahead and mine a little bit more stone. I'm gonna need to make a campfire for later, which I would rather do now than have to do it in a panic later and lose part of my health in the process. I do have natural regeneration enabled for now. I kind of considered maybe turning that off. I need wood at this point. I kind of wanted to put a waypoint on spawn, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like I'll actually spawn there when I die, thanks to Better with Mods. Oh, and if you're wondering about the little 1x by my XP bar, that's supposed to be up by my hearts, and that's a new feature of scaling health. Basically, it shows how many rows of hearts you have at least a half a heart in. So as soon as I add a heart, that'll be 2x, and then if I were to take damage, it would go back down to 1 until I healed. You can also change that to display your actual health value, but I made the rose mode the default, which I kind of like. I do still have the health bar mod, so when I do take damage, it will show me exactly how much health I have. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time chopping wood, but I do need wood. It's already afternoon. I need to go start killing animals. You may be thinking, why don't you save the animals so you can farm them? Well, the zombies killed them. So it won't really do much good. Okay, so to get planks from logs, you need an axe. Could make like all of those into sticks, because I have a feeling the campfire is going to be a pain in the butt when I try to light it. Let's do that, and let's go ahead and make the campfire like that. Put that in the bar. And I think I could make a sword. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to at this point with Better with mods, so I'm not going to. I think it's the quark recipes maybe that enable that. I'm not entirely sure. So let's see. I know there were a lot of animals here somewhere. I want to replant that before the farmland goes away. So most of the information I have about Better with mods actually... Ooh, a chest. Came from watching a video about Better Than Wolves. This is an inventory pets chest. It's just kind of here. That's weird. Can't even take everything. Do that, and just dump some of the non-essential stuff, like the guidebooks in here. Maybe I'll come back for them someday, but probably not. I don't really need them. Okay, cows are good because they'll give me letters so I can make a canteen. I would also maybe like to kill some sheep to get some wool. I can't really make a bed. I mean, I think I could, but it wouldn't do me any good. I don't know what this thing is. I'm going to call it here, so I can come back and check that. That may have some useful loot in it, but I don't want to bother with it right now. I say as I waste my time chopping a branch. Those look like pigs, maybe some cows over there. I thought there were some sheep in this area. They might have been in the tundra area, so after I kill a few of these guys, I think I'll head back to where I was before, over to the, I think it's the east. Nope. Don't really want to waste time on pigs. Okay, you can see at the bottom I've got a snowflake now. That means I'm cold. So that could become an issue pretty soon. Ooh, feldspar. Yes, I will take that. Can't really do much with it. I've disabled the mundane tier tools, except for daggers. I'm not entirely sure why I thought that was a great ideal, but who knows, maybe it'll be useful. Okay, now I'm starting to get really cold, so that's an issue. Actually, I did not think of what I can use as a shelter, so why don't we head back to that structure from before and hope that nothing has spawned in there. Okay, so I don't think there's anything in here. There's a tripwire there. I get this gloom effect if I go into the dark. So that's a bit of an issue. You can actually die from that. And yeah, the campfire is being a pain in the butt. I think just ate like 30 sticks, didn't it? Come on. Okay, now I've got hypothermia, so I'm taking a bit of damage. But it'll be okay since I got the campfire lit now. And you can see your temperature goes up pretty quickly. Alright, so let's go ahead and just seal this off. And I wonder what those dispensers have in them. I wonder if I can reach it. I can reach that one. It's got some arrows in it. That one's also arrows, so I could have just broken the wires with no issues. So the string I will definitely take. And in here we get 10. Okay, that, I could actually make a tool out of 10. And I'm getting cold again, so I have to go back to the campfire. So I did lose a heart from the hypothermia earlier, and I only got 2 leather. That's really unfortunate. I was kind of hoping there'd be stone back there. Let's go ahead and make a shovel so I can mine that dirt properly. And the piles of dirt I got from breaking them with my hand, I can craft into dirt blocks. You just lose some of the dirt whenever you break them by hand. Oh. Okay, yeah, this thing is not as far underground as I thought it was, because that just kind of collapsed inward. I guess I could possibly dig down, but I have no way of knowing how far down I have to go to get to stone. I may just have to take a chance on it. Actually, at this point, I don't even have enough stone pick left to mine enough stone to make another one, so I kind of screwed myself over here. Oh, well, I have the 10, so I can use that when this thing breaks. Thank you, extra parts. Or so I thought. What's your problem? Okay, let me activate cheat mode really quickly here so I can try to figure out what's up. Does that work? That works just fine. What about that? That doesn't work. What about that? That works. What? Oh, mundane. Of course. Okay, never mind. I can't use the 10 after all. So we're just kind of stuck here until daytime. Well, this is a wonderful start. I bet all the animals are up there dying. We did get an emerald, though, so that's good. Go ahead and take these sticks and the wood with me. Can't even make a furnace at this point. Let's see, juicer. I think I forgot to change the recipe for this, yeah. So this thing requires technology that it really shouldn't, so... I might just go ahead and give myself a juicer. I don't know, what does that take again? Refined hacksaw, which takes soulforged steel. Yeah, I don't think it should be that difficult to obtain. I don't know. I'll think about it later. Ah, I resized the window. Doesn't look like it hurt anything too badly. Okay, we're up to early morning. We're still got a little bit before it's daylight. We're looking for dawn. I could go ahead and make a dagger. That'd be something at least. That does not do much damage. It's very fast. We'll see how well it handles. Let's see, is there any way I can make that map a bit bigger? Options, minimap. Size. Ooh, that's way too big. Something like that. Turn up the font scale a little bit so it's easier to read. Huh. Yeah, we'll try it like that for a little while. Compass font scale, turn that up a little bit. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. So yeah, I think there's really just nothing I can do at this point. Just have to wait. So once we get out there, I'll go kill any remaining animals in the area if there are any left alive. Okay, we got dawn coming up. I want it to be day on the top as well. Okay, and I'm actually starting to get a bit too warm standing by the fire. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance and peek out. There we go. It's now daytime, so any zombies and skellies that are up there should start burning very soon if they aren't already. And creeper. Okay. Feel like maybe I should go ahead and just seal that off partially. Okay, so there are some animals left alive. They're pretty good at running from the zombies for a little bit. So at this point, I'll just focus on collecting food. More wood. Need to get my stone supply back up. Oh, and it's raining. That's bad because temperature. This guy can finish off with a dagger. Okay, yeah, that did not do a whole lot. Wow, these guys are... Okay, that guy gave me a couple of leather. I need 6, I think. Yeah, it's 6. They are not being nice. Actually, the whole game is just not being nice to me right now. I swear I normally don't have this much trouble. Zombie... Hi there. Feels like it lagged a little bit. Oh, he actually dropped an iron ingot. That's really amazing. Took a lot of damage from that, though. At least there are a lot of trees in this area, so I can kind of stay out of the rain. I'm gonna try to find that stone structure again. Mine some more stone out of that. I was thinking this was such a nice looking world. Okay, the polished stones over here. Okay, there's a couple of vanilla stone in this thing, so that's good. I will have to start all over with the whole mining mining progression. So I can actually make pickaxes out of granite and andesite, just not the polished versions. So I've got 1 cobblestone, so if I can just make 2 more wooden pickaxes and mine the vanilla, or the classic stone, I guess would be a better way of putting it. These are all vanilla blocks. Now I've got enough to make a pick. And just kind of have to repeat the process. So you net 3 stone for every stone pickaxe. It's not the greatest. Personally, I think the numbers are a little bit ridiculous. If it were up to me, I'd probably say like a wooden pickaxe is good for 3 uses, and then the stone is good for 12. Granite cobblestone. Oh, that's new. But it looks like I can use it for the tools, so that's fine by me. Actually, does that use the custom axe recipe? Yes, it does. Cool. Okay. So that's good. It's nice that you can craft tools out of these other types of stone because of Doogalamoo Worlds. If you dig down, you will not find mostly stone in all cases. In some areas, you'll find mostly granite. Or mostly andesite, or often layers of different stones. I'm kind of trying to just mine all the useful blocks out of here without destroying my cover entirely. Okay, I do hear a cow. Let me go ahead and make another stone axe because I do not want to be caught without an axe. Okay, so we're at midday. Would have been nice if I could find a new place to actually dig down and start collecting stone seriously. These cows were actually trapped, so I guess I could have saved them, but a little late now. I'll go ahead and kill them. I really need the letter to make it to canteen. Oh, great. Okay, good news is I should have enough leather now. So canteen will allow us to start healing up. You cannot regen health if your water is low. It restricts healing just like food. And it's a little bit rough because it cancels the healing event. So certain things that might have been able to heal you before when you did not have food will not work depending on the way they're programmed. I have actually considered that for some things with scaling health, so certain types of healing and scaling health, like the new bandage and medkit, will bypass that. And I just kind of decided what was appropriate on a case-by-case basis. Ooh, that rock over there could have iron inside of it, and that is very useful. Yeah, that's an iron rock. So this is something I want to visit later. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that with a waypoint. And oh, we got a pool of water right here. Okay, we're on afternoon. Back up to full water, which means the scaling health regen should kick in if I've got it enabled, but I could go ahead and eat some food to go ahead and give myself a little regen boost. I do have the scaling health bonus regen enabled, I think. Oh. Well, that's new. Why is that a format error? But I've got it nerfed quite a bit, so the initial delay is... What is that in seconds? My brain just kind of died. 600 ticks is 30 seconds. 1200 is a minute. 1800 is 90 seconds. So it'll kick in 90 seconds after you take damage, and you'll regain half a heart every 30 seconds. So it's very slow regen, but it will make a difference. Not in combat, of course, but once you get out of combat, then you'll be better off. Okay, this situation I'm in is actually really, really bad. Oh, come on. Why was that not a critical? I need shelter. I need a place I can mine stone in safety. Is that a village? If that's a village, that'll work. That's a source of stone. This big tree is kind of scary because stuff can possibly spawn under. Yeah, there's stuff under there. My temperature is falling. This is not a good situation. It's afternoon, so it's going to start getting cold very soon. Have I got wood? I don't think I even have wood. Maple? I don't know if that'll work. I think it will. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, it's probably just lag from terrain gen. I really don't want to die. Dying is really bad in this mod pack. Like, seriously bad. And that guy is deaf. I think that's just an Easter Island head, but it'll work. I'll be like Squidward and live in an Easter Island head. Oh, that's actually kind of awesome. Okay, I think we're gonna be all right. I'll go ahead and dig in here. And that can be where my campfire goes. Go ahead and put this crafting table here for now. And get that campfire going stat. Oh, it's a shame I don't have any flint. If I had a flint and steel, that lights campfires instantly without failing. And it only takes a nugget of iron to craft them. So that ingot I got is actually really valuable. Okay. Can you mix the stone types? Yes, you can. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And make another one. And gather wood with what little remaining daylight I have. Any kind of wood will do. That's a roguelike dungeon. That's a roguelike dungeon. That could be either really bad or it could get me killed. Or really good or it could get me killed. Probably will get me killed. Yeah, game's lagging out really hard. Not entirely sure why. Okay, really quickly, I'm going to take a peek in here, see if there's any armor in the upper chest. Then I'll go back to my Easter Island head. I can't really go down there right now because I don't have a light source. I will take your hatchet and your bread, carrot, animus. I don't know what that is. And that's all I really need for right now. It is now officially nighttime. So I'm taking my crafting table and sealing myself up. I don't know if dirt will actually work. It'll probably just fall. That'll work. So at this point, it's just mine stone through the night, build up a supply, so I can go mine some iron to get a pickaxe. I have to be very careful not to walk into that campfire as well. I'm not even sure at this point how much editing I'll do. Probably very little, if any. The nice thing about this program I'm using to clean up the audio from my mic is it has a built-in noise gate, so it cuts out a lot of little sounds I would normally have to clip out in editing. Wait, I've got more picks. I definitely think Audacity and then editing it does a better job overall, but this is probably a great solution for streaming. I could go ahead and eat something to top off my hunger, but I don't think that's really necessary at this point. Okay, that is not a block I want to mine. Yeah, this thing is not very thick. I think like this is the whole area I have to work with, so at this point it's just mining up. That's not good either. Oh, and I should probably put on that armor I looted. Not sure how much of a difference it'll make in the long run, but every little bit helps, I suppose. So I did actually tweak the hardcore ores from Better with Mods. I made it so that it makes 2 nuggets from each ore instead of 1, just to kind of speed up the process. Before you would have to mine 28 iron ore. 27 iron ore to be able to make an iron pickaxe. Once you get to iron, though, it's actually really good. It's like 500 durability. It's twice of what vanilla is. And I've already got 1 iron ingot, so I'm only going to need... What is it? 9 ores? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's actually see like what kind of food I could make with raw beef. Ground beef. Cannibal sandwich. Empty sandwich. Oh, it's cannibal because it's uncooked? Is that it? Cook that into a burger. Make a hamburger, which restores 3. Which is actually better than a steak at this point, so that would actually be something good for me to make at this point. I could afford to make my first furnace. So let's see, it was like that to make the empty sandwich. It's just kind of weird to hear. We can do that. put you in with, we can do the sawdust for the first two. Why am I getting hot? And there's like no way I can get away from the campfire in here. Is that the leather pants? I don't know. And we'll combine these like this to make a hamburger. Yum. And I feel like maybe I should go ahead and cook those up since I've already gone through the trouble of making them. Let's make a few more planks. Actually, I'd just like to keep a lot of planks on me. Easier to work with. And that'll give me enough sawdust to cook up this last one. I'll just repair these two axes together. Then I'll probably switch to the woodland hatchet. Okay, I'm actually getting hot at this point. Probably should just kill the fire. Oh, that'll make it dark. There. And kill the fire. Okay, and the last piece of bread. Make the last two hamburgers. I can eat 7 more foods before I get diminishing returns. So those will keep me fed for a little bit. After that, I'll have to start mixing things up. So it should be relatively safe out here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and equip this woodland hatchet. Give myself a fighting chance if I run into anything nasty. So with the moss stone on the ground, we could actually make a portal to the cavern dimension since I had an emerald. But the cavern dimension's actually bugged in 1.12.2. I've already reported it to the mod author. What was that? Hellfire dust. I think it's usable. You just have to log out of your world after you go through the portal and log back in, and then you'll be able to interact with stuff. But let's go ahead and avoid cavern for now. More for the challenge than anything. Because once I get to the cavern, it's just resources for days. Okay. Actually, I just don't really want to mess with that skeleton. Let's see. Oh, this is the big tree. Yeah. And I forgot to put a waypoint over there, so I've got to go back. I didn't really have much of a plan to begin with. We'll just put the waypoint here, call it home. I do remember I got the other stuff over there, which I'll have to go back and get at some point. It's not a big rush. Ooh, definitely want to collect these drops if I can. Tungsten ore dungeon tactics. How did I get that? Okay, well, let's go ahead and just craft these down into the leather scraps. Not sure how badly I need a feather. Mossy stone bricks can go. So yeah, I probably should have offloaded some stuff there. Port trap. Let's go ahead and break that. I wonder, can you like uncraft that into a pressure plate? Nah, that'd be too convenient. So let's make just a single chest will do for now. Put it in here. Offload some stuff I don't have an immediate need for. Okay, there is something interesting over there. Oh, stepped on a wither flower. Or, I don't know exactly what they're called, but they apply wither and it's bad. So let's see, these things are from the Ruins mod. I used to call them spires, I don't know what they're actually called. If they even have a name. Huh, raspberries, that'll actually be useful, and let's take a few of these home. Okay, so that's not the tallest kind, so it doesn't have a diamond on the top, but it does have iron, and even a little bit of redstone and gold. The iron, I very much want. And it looks like it is lagging a bit once again. I probably put the sticks in the chest, didn't I? Okay, let's make 2 more stone picks. Hopefully that'll be enough to get the 9 iron I need. And if I can gather more while I'm here, even better. Once we get an iron pickaxe, mining will be so much easier. And then of course I want to start looking for gems, although I'm not sure how easily I can even get underground at this point. There's coal in the structure, so we can make torches. So that's nice. If I couldn't find coal, I could still provide light with the campfires. They're just a lot more expensive than torches. Oh. Gonna have to be very careful not to kill myself. I should probably just go ahead and top off my water so that the scaling health regen can kick in. That doesn't cost anywhere near as much food as vanilla regen does. Okay, how much iron do we have at this point? We have 10. A little bit more over here. Okay, almost done. This is the last stone pickaxe I've got. After that, I'll go just smelt up this iron. And we'll go from there. Oh, there we go. I wasn't focusing very much. Probably mining more stone than I needed to. I'll just leave the crafting table here. So it is nice that we have a lot of surface iron sources. That makes getting through the Better with Mods tool system a lot easier, especially with Doogalamoo Worlds, which affects Vanilla Origin, of course. And we got another inventory pet. Brave Pet. Restores inventory after death. Favorite food, bone. Could potentially be useful. Also a couple iron nuggets in here, which is useful. Just about everything has a use if you know what it can be used for. Okay, and I'm actually going to use the rest of my time to move my stuff into the roguelike dungeon area. And I'm probably going to call it quits pretty soon here. We can save the iron pick for the actual stream, because I've been going for like an hour and 45 minutes already, and probably have done little to no editing like I said before. Went all the way around before I found the entrance. I'll just put stuff here for now. Where is... I'm like legitimately confused. Where... It would be closer to the waypoint, right? I guess it's just all the trees confusing me. Oh, and I don't have a way to move the furnace because I don't have a pick. Of course. Well, we can make another one. Yes, temperature, I'm aware. Oh, thankfully, this dungeon actually has this lit furnace. That's just, if you leave it alone, it'll provide a little bit of heat. It's not as good as a campfire, but it can be a lifesaver. Okay, so I'm going to make my own furnace so I won't disturb this one for now. put you, I guess here is good. Start smelting that iron up. Fuel though. Planks actually work better than in vanilla. So we can use those. Don't have a lot of wood left. We can use these first, then planks for the rest of it. Actually, that's just enough stuff here for one more item. Now I'll use the planks. And pretty soon we'll have enough iron for a pickaxe and we can start, actually I guess the roguelike dungeon would be a good thing once we get some torches, which kind of reminds me, let's go ahead and seal that off for now. But we'll need to get some torches first to provide some light. But at that point, we can start going down there and exploring it very carefully. And you can see that's what happens when you try to use a bed. It just says you're too restless to sleep. I just noticed my little heart row indicator is now in the right place. Is it because I equipped armor? It is. I don't know. I'd bet that's better than mods. Better with mods that does that. It does weird things to the chaos bar from Silence Gems as well. It moves it like all the way up here for some reason. Oh, I'm gonna need to give this thing a few more planks here. Alright, so thank you for watching this video, if it made it to YouTube. And if it did make it to YouTube, that means I'm probably going to try streaming this. It'll probably be like 11 PM, 12 AM Central Time, because of my work schedule. We'll just kind of have to see, and no, I don't get any day off consistently. It is just random each week. So we'll just kind of have to play it by ear. So go to my Twitch channel. I will provide a link down in the video description. It's should be twitch.tv/silentchaos512. Follow me there. Make sure you have alerts turned on, and you should get an email whenever I start streaming. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.